hurricane brewing near us. I don't know what the trajectory of it is at the moment, but we'll probably get some rain. We'll feel some part of it, I guess. It has a Hawaiian name too, which is kind of strange. The whole thing about us getting like storms and hurricanes and stuff, like, I'm probably one of the only people that looks at it this way. But if you see where the Hawaiian Islands are in the Pacific, it's like this tiny little dot surrounded by ocean, thousands of miles from any other landmass, and we're just a little tiny dot, and we always get all these storms that head right to us. Like this one, originally they were mapping it in a way that looked like it was going to land right on Big Island. I guess it's not now. I'm trying to keep up with it, seeing where it is, but I guess it's going to just skim us as of right now. But yeah, what are the chances? You know what I mean? Like with this little blip, and yet all these storms, would they have us believe that these hurricanes are always going off in the Pacific and they just don't report on them unless it's heading for a landmass? Like, are the islands pulling it to them like a magnet? Like, how the fuck does that work? The chances of like one of these storms like heading right for us when we're this little blip out in the middle of nowhere, you get what I'm saying? It's a bit sus. Or that's the normie perspective. I think it should be a bit sus. I mean, to myself and a lot of you guys, I'm sure you understand that they completely control the weather. On the books since the 60s, you know, HARP, and we have a lot of that. Well, I've been told, from what I understand, we have a lot of that sort of off the books tech here at Pearl Harbor. A lot of different weird things, the earthquake making machine. For whatever reason, I mean, I guess they keep it over here because it's so far from anything. It's not an oversight. It's outside of the purview of the powers that be. But you figure they're all doing it anyway, so why would they have to hide it over here? But at any rate, I know they have blue beam because I've seen it. So they control this shit. You can go to Europe, and there's like a thing in Greece, this wedding company where you can pay to have sunny skies guaranteed. They'll tell you, oh, we just see the clouds, or we don't see the clouds, however they say to do it, but it's weather manipulation. And you know, so for whatever reason, every year there's like 2 or 3 of these close calls, or you know, storms that are going to skim the island. Again, it's like, you know, you look at where we are on the map, and we just happen to be in the direct path of this thing. That's like getting struck by lightning and winning the lottery like 5 times. I don't know. It's just silly. Walked by a guy over near Ross. In the morning, a lot of people are out in front of Ross because they have the tourist buses pull up, and they get tour groups together, so it's always jammed. And I'm just walking up, and he's sitting a little bit past down where the demon place is, the little demon corner there where a lot of the affected kind of tend to congregate. And he's just kind of sitting there. He didn't look homeless, a little bit disheveled. He's drinking a coffee, and just something about him, I'm like, he's gonna say something to me when I walk by. And when I walked by him, he didn't look at me. He just said in my direction, right as I walked by. He said 3 different places. That's all he said. So now, you know, I get a lot of information cryptically like this. These forces tend to talk to me, and I, you know, interact with them. And so I feel like that was some kind of message, or three different places. Or was it 3 separate or 3 different? Now I'm like, do I go back and walk by him again? It's kind of a weird situation because there's a lot of people there. It's a there's crowds, and I was moving kind of quick just to get through them. But I'm going to leave that alone and just kind of keep that in mind. Three separate or 3 different places, and see if it comes up later. Now I'm going to think about how I should have gone back. But sometimes like I've had that happen before, where one of the people that I walk by will say something very lucid and very, I guess lucid. I think I covered it. And then it'll hit my spider sense, and I'll go back to talk to them, and it's nothing, or it's nonsense, or they're just like, hey, what are you doing? It's almost like their body was used to deliver that message. Well, that's how it works with the demons anyway. When people are infested, you're not talking to the person, you're talking to the entity, Let me just see if people go by. But, yeah, so that was a little while. So I got to keep that in my mind. I was trying to do a video about the new Damn live album, but it just seems weird doing it in a day. And I did 15 minutes of crap. Sometimes you know that it's crap, and sometimes I can think it's crap, and I bring it back into the editing suite, which is also on my phone, and I make something out of it. So, but yeah, it just wasn't happening. I could just feel it. I think that doing a damn video, I think the nighttime is the right time for that, so I'm going to go out later and do it. I have probably the most damned content out of anyone on YouTube. Like, by far. Not the most watched, but certainly the most. But, I mean, they get watched from me. Like, for my channel usually pops out new videos, a couple dozen views. With the damn stuff, I, got a couple hundred, which is a lot for me. But, I haven't done a lot of music stuff, because it's like, there's a lot of weird shit going on. There's a lot of, there's been a ramp up in, like, violent crimes, not just here, but just, like, everywhere. The world is, it's going a little crazy. It's that, water down the tub drain, Yeah, the way I get messages, a lot of stuff, is, I get it all different ways. I could talk about when God, you have a conversation with God, which mine is like, it's on all day, because he's sitting there. He's there all day with you, just kind of waiting for you to talk to him. And I do, But the answers come in ways like that. Like something in something I'm reading or something I'm watching, I'll get messages that way. But yeah, it's like I try to piece them all together. Sometimes I get stuff and it doesn't turn into anything. And then there's that whole issue of found information where things will pop in your head. That's all stuff you had in your head anyway. Or at least that's how I feel it is, because you have the answers to all anything you could want to know is already inside you. It's written, like scripted on your DNA. And producing these things or remembering these things comes through quiet reflection, meditation, or it comes a lot to me in a shower. Because water is sentient. It's a living thing. That's why, in my opinion, that's why people sort of sing in the shower. You just want to break out into song. Or at least I do. But it's kind of a common thing. If you've ever seen those experiments where they have plants in like a flower type of house, hot house, whatever they're called, and they're like, we're going to be really mean to this plant, and we're going to yell at it every day, and we're going to be nice to this plant. Or in this room, we're playing heavy metal music to the plants, and in this room, we're playing like orchestra music or Beethoven or something. And then it'll show the ones they're nice to will flourish. The ones they're not nice to will wilt. And like, oh, that shows that the plant life, plants, no, it's the water that's doing that. It's the water that's doing that. Water is a sentient thing there. And anything in plants, in my opinion, that where people communicate with trees or stuff like that, it's the water that they're thinking is creating the life of the tree, the life of the plant. It's the water. And that's settled science. Pretty much. So I just now, like a few minutes ago, got another hate speech warning or strike or whatever the fuck they do. They just sent it to me after I was commenting on a video from Outlaw TV, who's one of the ballsiest guys on YouTube. He's not, in my opinion, he's not a letter agency guy or an asset or anything. From what I've observed, over the time that I've been following him. And he put up a very brief but impactful, great video about Zionism and just people talking about the situation as it is. We're in a war against people who are constantly attacking us and are attacking us at this moment, right now, all the time, have been for decades. And our side can't even mention who's attacking us. It's fucked up. But, it's just one of those things you have to live with, I guess, under the Zog. But, I was commenting on there. I don't know if it was something I said there. Now, I know what hate speech is in most places, in what I can say and what I can't say. And I'd never do anything that I thought could tag me as using hate speech. Like, that's insane. Like, I've been on the internet, I don't know, 1994, 95. Not that means anything, but I posted in many places, and I've never gotten in trouble for anything like that. Although with YouTube, it's happened. This is the second time now in a month. I did a video on it about the last time they hit me for it, and what they did is they sent me a screenshot of what the offending speech was, and I showed it in the video, and it's just blank. There's nothing there, which tells me it was not a human, it was a robot that picks up, hey guys, how you doing? See, most people when they walk by these guys, they all freak out and fly away, but when I walk through them, they just sit there. I think they know I'm not going to hurt them or something. Some people run through them and just stop around them just to scatter them, to go, oh. But I think animals pick up on your energy. Yeah, there'll be big, huge gangs of those guys, and I just walk right through them, and no one moves. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. They're probably trying to, I'm sure at this point, get rid of me. I've gotten 5 content strikes in 3 years, and it's mostly bullshit. See, I don't know. Sometimes around here, you don't know. Like, I don't want to go. I'm going to turn around and walk this way and let him do whatever he wants to do. Because so many times here, like, I wait for, in a situation like that, I wait, no one moves, and then I'd walk, and that's when they throw it in reverse. I've been hit 3 times here by cars. See, again, I'm trying to stay on the sidewalk and go to... No, they're still in there yet. It's Hawaii, man. But anyway, I don't know. I'll have to see what they send me this time, or what they say it is. But even on YouTube, I've never gotten any kind of thing that said I was leaving hate speech in all the years I've been on YouTube. So there seems to be some kind of effort now to do whatever. If it does happen, I'll be over on the second channel. Now, wisely, and I tell anybody to do this, if you do have a channel, you want to make a second channel, don't attach it to your own. Like they all have that option where you can make a second channel, but it's basically just under your same channel, go and like make a completely separate one with a separate YouTube account, separate email, the whole deal, and just act like it's your only channel. And that's the only way you're going to be safe from them bucking with you. Because I've noticed, I mean, Instagram too, it's the same thing. Like, you can have another account, and they're like, oh cool, I joined all my accounts together, and now they just ban them all all at once. Never do that. So if you're gonna have a secondary account in any of these places, always approach it like it's a brand new thing, especially on YouTube, because now I'm seeing, you know, the downside of if I had hooked them together. Now that I'm not, I can just go on the second channel and be over there. So if you ever come here one day and I'm not here, I'm over at the second channel. It's supposed to be getting a storm here, or a storm's coming real close. See what goes on. All right, gonna just run the store here and then head back home for now. But thanks for dropping in, as always. Till next time, this is your hate speech aficionado saying, don't blame the teacher, blame the school. Oh, we just see a duck. Oh, there they are, yeah. Hey, guys. How you doing, buddies?